And on that note, we would also like to alert you that India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is expected to table the economic survey in Parliament tomorrow. Do stay tuned to WION as we break down those developments for you as well on the show. Numbers ahead of the big day, that is on Tuesday. Now we also look at what India's youth think about the country's growth plans. Listen to this.
So I think quality education is not at all affordable. Like if you want to go to if you want quality education, you have to go to some very high-end private schools which are very expensive and not in the reach of a large section of the Indian population. And if you want to go for affordable education, like in government schools and all, it's not at all, like they don't have quality education. As the ACER report also says every year, the education is not of a good standard. So people do get educated, they get degrees as well, but it's of no use. They are not employable with those degrees.
I think the government should bring skill-based schemes for the new graduates, for like everyone, every individual who is like graduating from BCom, BMS, like in any sector. They have to bring skill development schemes so that they can develop themselves.
India is prepared very well for in terms of organizing the defense. For example, our country is surrounded by hostile neighbors. So I think at the moment it's the need of the hour to have a good strategized defense in our country. For example, it's very provocative throughout our borders. So at the moment, I feel our defense has been organized pretty well, and I think India is a global power in terms of defense.
Now, India's growth momentum favors growth in almost all sectors, but these are the challenges that the government faces. Listen into what the local residents of India are facing, the challenges that they face in their day-to-day life. Listen to this.
So usually people take the policies like the term insurance for their personal thing, and the two-wheeler insurance, car insurance, housing insurance. Then you have this Mediclaim insurance. But whatever it is, number one, the issues are the GST rate is too high, 18%. For the common man is going to be a very big sum for. So that's something the government has to do to reduce it. The other one is there are a lot of insurance companies which advertise on the policies, but there are a lot of difficulties once you get the policies. When you go for a claim, then there is an issue on which is covered under the claim, which is not covered under the claim. So all such issues has to be avoided. There should be clarity by the IRDA so that the policies can be simple and easy to read by the public. And for senior citizens, it has to be, there is hardly a few insurance companies which have policies covering the senior citizens, which again the government has to do something on it.
See, as a homemaker, I feel the prices of the commodities have increased to a greater extent for the past few years. For example, if you take the price cost of rice which was we used to buy 1 kg of rice for around 45 to 50 rupees maybe 5, 6, 7 years back, but now for the same quality of rice I am buying for around 70 rupees per kg. So that is an extra burden on the general family, and if you have to live it in a metro city like Chennai, it is the cost for one single nuclear family, it is coming to around 25,000 to 30,000 per month budget, I would say. Not only rice, if you take the commodities of your dal or oil, every single commodity has increased. I would be happy if the government gives us a greater relief in this incoming budget, and that is what is the expectation of a common man from this government.
And of course, who can forget the role banks have played in India's growth story? And on that note, WION earlier spoke to Nilesh Shah, Managing Director, Kotak Mahindra Asset Management, as he talks about how banks will likely benefit from this budget. Listen to this.
Well, the budget should continue the good work done in vote on account. In the vote on account, despite election ahead, government achieved trinity of impossible. On one side, this proposed 11 lakh crore spending on infrastructure. They should continue that. Second, they pursued the path of fiscal prudence by showing fiscal deficit at 5.1%, well on its way to get fiscal deficit of 4.5% for FY26, and also creating a potential rating upgrade for the country. They should consolidate further on that. The third thing which this budget should aim for is to boost consumption at the bottom end of pyramid. We have seen rural and mass market consumption growing below urban and top end of pyramid consumption. So there is need to support consumption at the bottom end of pyramid so that this growth cycle can become more sustainable. I believe Finance Minister did a great job on vote on account ahead of election. Now, post-election, she should continue consolidating on the same.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.